Welcome back, and today I'm going to be talking about my favorites of the month of January. So this month I don't think I really put in so much effort into trying to think of the things that are favorites or things that I would really like. I just gathered them at the end of the month or at the beginning of February, and let's go right into them. And so the first thing I want to talk about is himbeer vinaigrette. In other words, I just mean raspberry balsamic. Why do I call it vinaigrette? Anyway, it's like raspberry balsamic. I got this during the Christmas time. It was like at the Christmas market, and I got just this little bottle of it, which by the way I'm kind of regretting right now. I've been mising it a little. This, I don't know, it just tastes so much better than balsamic vinaigrette. It also tastes so much better than just normal vinegar. It's really nice when you use it to like saute, maybe when you're frying something or in a salad. Food in general, I like it. At the store I tried a little bit of this and some other, I think they had like a couple alcoholic stuff there, and I tried some of them. This was the one that I ended up buying. I wish I got a bigger bottle of this because I don't know where to find the ladies who make this. It was just like a pop-up shop and I know nothing else about them, especially this one. Been loving it so much. It also comes in this really cute bottle, which is also dirty right now, but you get the idea. In that same vein, I wanted to point out that I like to make homemade jams. My favorite homemade jam to make is actually raspberry jam, which I guess also points back to the fact why I like this all about something. These are two jams that I made last night. This is, I forgot what the name of this fruit is. I put it on the screen. Well, this is a raspberry jam. I've been loving the both of them recently because I don't eat a lot of bread actually, but when I do, I love to use my own homemade jam. However, recently I've been eating a new cheesecake that I had at a friend's house, and I just had to ask her like, where did she buy it? It's like a basic frozen cheesecake you can find at the supermarket, but anyway, I've been eating it with yogurt and homemade jam and a slice of the cheesecake like every night after dinner as a treat for myself. I've also really been enjoying that. It's kind of like a highlight of the day. Really been loving that. Likewise, recently I started making these breakfast bowls, or should I just call them breakfast platters, and I've also been enjoying that. I find it really easy to not skip my meals when I have a couple of things cooked in the fridge and I can just pick from each of them. Maybe like some eggs I fried the night before, or sausage, or maybe salmon, and then the next day you can just couple things out of them and have a full meal. That's that for food. Next up, I have just 4 perfumes that I've been really loving, and I have to explain how it came about. So recently I've just been finding this scent really nostalgic. I like to spray it at night or anytime when I just want to feel a little bit nostalgic. For some reason it reminds me of past in a nice way, and it's not always often that I look back on the past, or rather the past couple of months or years, really fondly, but this does help me realize that. And I believe this was one of the first perfumes that I ever got. So no, not that I ever got in my life, but one of the first perfumes I ever got here. Really been loving this. Next up, this diptyque, Ilio by Diptyque. I feel like the only reason why I use this really often in January is because this is the latest perfume that I bought. So like this is the newest addition to my collection, and for that reason I think I've just been trying to use it more often and realize if I really do like it and if it's something I would reach out for very often. I mean, I don't find it bad. I find it's okay. Next up, these 2 perfumes by Chloe. These 2 are the most sophisticated and expensive perfumes that I have in my collection, and the reason why I've been using them really often is because in the past week I've been going for appointments, various appointments. One of them was at the immigration office, a couple others were like with landlords because I'm looking for a new place. I believe I mentioned that in one of my other videos. And so just like when I want to make a good impression and I'm dressing up really nice and fancy, I spray those perfumes. And then on the days I feel like I'm really nervous, I spray like 2 of them at the same time for fortification. But anyway, that is, or rather those are the perfumes that I've been really into this month, I believe. And I put the biggest dent into this red one this particular month. Not sad about it. For books, I've been finding that I've been really slow to read books. I've just been really busy with a lot of things, and apart from that, I'm a slow reader in general. So the books that I've been reading have been Beware of Pity. I believe I've been reading this since November of last year, or maybe December. Can't really remember. And then Sense and Sensibility. I've had this, I know about the movie. I believe I've watched the movie for Persuasion. Let's not go into that. Anyway, I started listening to this as an audiobook, and I've been really enjoying it. I find, is it Marianne, the middle sister in this book, to be, she's really testing my patience. Now in this other book, I believe at the beginning I was like, I could understand the main character, the garrison military officer. At this point where I am in this book, which is, I believe I'm almost done with it. Yes, this is where I am. So I have just this much left, and I've read about this much. What was the last note I wrote? Okay, so my last note is, at your big old age, this is the first time you're realizing sympathy can be insulting. That's a lie. You're only now becoming sensitive to it because you're in trouble. That was my thought at this point of the book. I am finding this character not necessarily insufferable, but I feel like he needs to learn his lesson in a really big way, like, and then he'll be like an example for other people. You know, people just have issues. So far into the book, I think this is a book that I can recommend to someone. I have also been really into movies. Usually I don't have time to watch a lot of movies, but I feel like because I'm still coming out of the Christmas and holiday period where I binged a lot of movies, I'm still in that kind of lax area where I feel like I can still watch a couple more movies. So these movies, I believe I should have watched most of them this January, but some of them might have come from the holidays in December. Movies that I've been loving. I love Taxi Driver 3, Doki. Park Doogie, when I'm playing with him. I love Dynamite Kiss. I also watched Study Group. That was quite interesting. The Shine on Me, the Speed and Love. Was it Shine on Me? No, I feel like Speed and Love and Shine on Me. The angst, forget it. Especially, I believe, in Speed and Love. Then there's Faded Hearts. Which other movie did I watch? Oh, I also love The Prisoner of Beauty. Loved it. I love Blossom, but I believe I watched Blossom like a couple months ago, maybe even like a year ago. But it was still always be my favorite up here with some other ones. I love Love in the Clouds, When Destiny Brings the Demon. I believe these last two, Love in the Clouds and When Destiny Brings the Demon, I watched them like a couple months ago. But just like Blossom, I feel like I can't not talk about them. Next up, music. I've been listening to a lot of music. I always listen to a lot of music. My YouTube history is made up of 98% music, like just music. And some of the songs that I've been listening to on repeat recently has been Midnight Sun by, what's her name again? Goodness, I forgot her name. Been Midnight Sun by Sarah Larson, Bittersweet by Madison Beer, Senorita and Shameless by Camila Cabello. Lots of Sabrina Carpenter. So I believe she has 2 albums that came out right after each other, Sweet and Short and A Man's Best Friend. Or rather, Man's Best Friend. I've been listening to those 2 albums on repeat. I've also been listening to a lot of Olivia Dean. She's like a whole vibe on her own, I believe. Oh, I've been listening to Rosé from Blackpink. I believe Toxic Till the End. A little bit of APT, but not really full of it. There's also this song by Corbin Besson and Suzu. I'm gonna put up their pictures. I've been listening to that. I've been listening to Good Goodbye by Hossa. Also there's this song by BB. I love BB so much. There's this song of hers that I've been listening to. I also didn't realize that the actor that was used in the music video is the same actor from Alchemy of Souls, which is like also lots of song covers. I've been listening to lots of song covers, trying to follow them. I believe when I'm finally settled, I'm going to get like the devices, the microphones and other things that you're going to need for song covers and do a couple of song covers myself, because I don't know, I just live for music. I don't just know how to explain it. When I'm cooking, I'm listening to music, I'm dancing. I have like lots of world buildings in my mind that I just create around a particular music. Sometimes on my own, I just listen to music and dance around my house. I feel like that's the typical introvert thing, to listen to music and behave like you're on stage, or like, I don't know, you're like the main character of a movie or a book, and just dance. Really been enjoying that. So that's also something that I feel like I can't do without any single month, any single time of my life, music and dancing. Likewise, I've been listening to lots of podcasts. I listen to lots of podcasts in general. I believe a couple months ago I was really into Diary of a CEO, but now I've stepped back from that a little bit. I've been listening to Mel Robbins here and there, a couple of those. Also Alex Raz. She's like a one-man team, one-man standalone person right now. I wouldn't say it's as big as Mel Robbins or the Diary of a CEO. She's more of like a content creator that I just really like. I like to listen to her yap and just talk about whatever she wants to talk about. Sometimes I don't even like understand what she's saying, not necessarily because she's not understandable, but maybe like I'm doing something else, but I just love to listen to her yap in the background. Likewise, I also believe a couple months ago I was really into listening to Malisa, which is the creator Beware of Pity, but right now I'm into Alex Raz. Like, I binge lots of her videos. I feel like I've watched nearly everything she has to offer at this point, waiting for new updates. Then in my personal life, I've been really loving to go on walks, because I tend not to exercise a lot, although I need to exercise because I'm sedentary a lot of the time. My work makes me sit down. I don't really need to go out a lot, and I don't push myself to go out a lot. So because of that, I've been trying to go on 30 minutes walks every day, 30 to 1 hour walks. Matter of fact, I don't think I did that today and the day before, but yesterday I was at the gym, so thanks, my roommate. I've also been really into saving for my future. I mean, I do save, and I've always saved more tediously and more effectively, I believe, in the past 2 years. But I feel like right now lots of things are coming up that I know I'm going to need to be financially buffered and prepared for. So I've been getting a little bit of joy into the idea of saving. It's so unfortunate that I can only do that once a month when I get my pay. I wish like we could like always get income every single week so I can experience this high of putting money away to save, or maybe just putting money away to invest. On that note, I think I should also mention that I have been loving investing. Yeah, but it's not really giving me a high like, oh, I'm investing, I'm so happy. Not, but I feel like saving on its own, because I have Excel sheets that I use to track all my savings, and so because of that, just seeing the lines and the charts and the graph move up kind of makes it very interesting and fun to do. Okay, so that is that. Those are the things that I have been loving in the month of January. Fortunately, I wouldn't say like unfortunately, I have nothing else to talk about. No clothes, no makeup, because I'm still trying to see how this goes. I'm trying to really learn how to do makeup. I would have also spoken about skincare, but let me show you. This is my cream. This is my moisturizer. It's almost finished and I should buy a new one, but like I said, I have so many responsibilities coming up this month that I don't want to splurge or spend money on skincare or other things yet until I'm really sure that I'm stable or I've gotten what I want. I do have this other moisturizer that I've had for like maybe 6 months. I stopped using this one after I got the other one because the other one just felt way better. But now that I'm broke, we're back. Well, outside my gadgets, which I always love because they're always useful. Another thing that I also like is, I believe, this earring. I got them sometime a few months ago. Can't remember honestly for the life of me. I don't know. Anyway, guys, those are the things that I've been loving in January. I wanted to show you or talk about it and let you know that it's possible to like things that are not always monetary. And that's not in any way to say like, oh, I'm so self-conscious or I'm woke that I feel like we should all not have our favorite things that can be bought with money. That's why I try to have a mix of the both of them. Example, I showed you the books, I showed you the perfumes. Those are things that I really love. I also put matter of fact, on a perfume ban for this month. Lord help me, I hope I can do it. But that's also the same reason why I put other things that I've been really enjoying. Example, the food that I make in the morning, the homemade jam that I make, the music that I love to listen to. YouTube is free, so apart from the ad, I'm like, yeah, the music's free. Some other things that bring me joy, example, watching movies. So whatever brings you joy, I hope you keep enjoying it. I hope you remain happy. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe. Don't forget, I'm just starting out. That's going to be really useful and helpful to recommend these videos to other people. Also, leave any recommendations for things you'd like to see or how you feel about this in general. And I feel like that's where we're going to stop for today. Once again, let's repeat our mantra: be you, be safe, be happy. Until next time. Bye. Watch a different video. There should be like a second video over here.